So this is the Power of Psalms book. You should be reading this, or the Kabbalah Magic book. It has Psalms in there, and I referenced it before. Now I want to explain to you why it's very important to use a book that's popular, like the Bible. The more people pour energy into something, is the more the magnetic field of the energy becomes bigger. We're energy beings. And this is why in the Bible it says when two is gathered, God is there. And it applies on this realm for everything. So everything that you want, the more people actually believe it, the more it becomes a bigger magnetic field. And this is why celebrities would be, when they're popular and they're the it girl or the it guy, it's so easy for their money to become bigger. You literally see the realm open doors, the beings that associate with the realms open doors for these people, that they become like the biggest icon. They could be from millionaires to overnight success to billionaires, and everything aligned from them, because you are giving up your energy and tapping into their magnetic field and making their energy become even bigger. You gotta think, like when Michael Jackson, back in the days when he was alive and he was younger, he would sing and people would pass out. That is so much energy that they just gave to Michael. When you worship someone and idolize someone, you are sending your rays to that person, and you're making that energy for that person even bigger. And people doesn't understand that. This is why they have vampire magic, and they will cause chaos and it will cause issues to tap into your magic, to your energy, right? They will do their magic to tap into your energy and pull that energy from you. This is why when somebody is a very advanced magician, they will create a servitor and they will pull it from the astral world and bring it into this realm. And they may attach them to books, they may attach them to different things, they may attach them to their business. There's egregories attached to people's business, right? You pass by a Starbucks, and I'm not saying Starbucks has egregories, but I'm giving an example. You could walk by a store and you smell the coffee, and it draws you to automatically spend the money. It can have egregories, it can have servitors, right? If you don't understand a servitor, buy a servitor book, see what I'm talking about. So, and it's basically, it's based on energy. So the more you give up your energy, right, is the more that you create the person magnetic field to ignite, flame, become bigger. So you have to be very responsible with your own energy. You have to protect your own energy with the people that comes in and out of your life, because if you just give up energy, you're throwing your rays, like the sun is throwing its rays onto the earth and sending it out. You're throwing your rays of energy onto another person. So to spend time with someone, constantly picking somebody up, constantly trying to build somebody up, you know, the person that I'm down, I'm depressed, I'm fat, I'm ugly, nothing works for me. And you're like, no girl, everything worked for you. No, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. You're throwing your energy away. I used to constantly have a friend like that, and I would spend 2 hours on the phone with this person and feel mentally drained. Get off the phone and sometimes literally want to cry. And I don't even know why I'm feeling like this, because I'm draining my own energy and I'm handing my energy to her. Be very careful where you place your energy, where your energy is going, what's in your mind. Be very careful, because you have to understand this realm that we live in. This realm has rules. It's laws to the realm. It does not change. It will always remain the way. The universal laws, it will never change. It will always remain that way. Now, can some people do certain things that they don't get hit by karmic laws? Yeah, if you're extremely advanced in learning magical rites, yeah, you probably can. But to the average folks, you don't have that ability. You don't have that knowledge, and you don't have that magical right. And it takes years of learning. It takes having a teacher. It takes having someone who's willing to offer up those information. On my spiritual journey, I spent a lot of years learning about angels. I think that was where I started. I started learning from Kabbalah. And then I venture out. During the time when I was learning, I was so fascinated with the authors that wrote the book, and I didn't understand how a lot of things operate. And where I'm at right now, I understand way more than where I was, because you would be so surprised how you can affect your own life. You can literally cross your own life by thinking negative. Time to time, I go down to TikTok and I will literally see somebody explaining that they had black magic done on them and it's real. We all know magic is real. That's not a lie. But you already gave up your power by identifying and basically believing that this person did it to you without protecting yourself, without putting up forces to protect yourself. Because what's the sense of believing somebody did something to you without protecting your own self, your own free will? Right? So the more you say things like that, the more people believe that have this black magic put on you, is the more you ignite the flame for the black magic to be on you, because you're crossing your own self. Some people cross themselves from the beginning. They would automatically say negative things upon themselves. They would say, they'll be single, they want a man. They will automatically start believing that they can't get a man. Oh, men is nothing, they're crap, they this, they that. Some guys will be like some females, they're sluts, they this, they that. And you're putting that in your subconscious mind. I'm going to give you a perfect example. I had a family member who was an alcoholic. And the family member started living with us. My family. And I literally seen the worst version of this person. I spent numerous times when the person first came back pouring energy into this person, thinking that I can change this person. So it affected me so much, because I'm like in shock that this person can be so toxic. And I spend so much time with this person on my mind. I would get up, I would sleep, I would wake back up thinking about this person. I'll be with my husband thinking about the person. I'll walk my dog thinking about this person. I spend numerous times all day thinking about this person. I'll come home and see the person, and the person will be just yelling and screaming and just sounding erratic, like crazy, like driving us nuts. And everybody I met during that time that was like friends, like females, were all alcoholics. And one day I said to myself, how is this possible? I don't even like alcoholics. How am I keep attracting people, how am I keep attracting people that's drinking and can't control their liquor and is the most aggressive, hostile drunks? Because people drink, and not everybody is hostile, but I kept mirroring the energy that I did not like that the family member had, and I seen that in like 3 women that I met, that I became friends with from the job. They were good at work, and as soon as I got outside and hang with them outside of the job, they were like this. And you got to understand that you are constantly attracting from what's in your subconscious mind. It's a frequency. What comes out your mouth is a frequency, and your actions is a frequency. And because I acted in fear, and I had that person on my mind, so that's look how big that emotion is. And what comes out of my mouth, I constantly spoke about this person. That is such a big magnetic field that I am literally attracting. So until I literally learned, I needed to get this out of my subconscious mind. Me and my husband was like, we're gonna move. You know, we're gonna leave this person here. We don't want nothing to do with this person. When it got to that point, that's when automatically the person stopped. The person no longer became a problem because I shifted my thought process off the person. So now you understand how this realm operates. If you are constantly thinking, I can't get a man, I can't get a girl, nobody loves you, well, nobody will love you, and you will never get anybody, because you're creating that energy field. It's too much of a big emotion. And if you, every time you meet somebody, you're looking for the flaws, that's a frequency on your action. If you talk it into existence, that's a frequency. If you look for things, that is a frequency. When you meet someone, you have to understand that this person may be part of your soul journey. Whether it's good or bad, there's something to learn. Your life don't stop because you meet somebody new. As much as somebody want to be married, as much as somebody want to be in a relationship, your life do not stop if you meet somebody new. When I first came into the realm, I was very big on the Bible. I never seen Moses stop his life for anybody. He was who he was, right? So if you are a religious person and you are looking for somebody, you can't stop your life because you met somebody. You have to focus on you. You're here at this time, at this moment, at this second, for you to evolve, for you to elevate. The soul has to elevate. And too many times people put too many emphasis on immediately meeting someone and allowing that person to make them spiral out of control, because they spend too many time investing in, I must make this person like me, do this person like me. And this is why right now we have content on, how to get a man, how to keep a man, and it's so much content on that because this is what people do. They spend so much time worrying about the other person and not understanding that you're giving up your power. You're sending your energy to that person. And when you become psychotic and you can't sleep, think, eat, because this person is the center of your universe, and you spend so much time worrying about, is the person cheating, that you spend your whole life looking through the person's stuff, and you got to keep your eye on them all the time, then that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract that emotion, because the world for the individual is mirrored to the frequency, the vibration that the person is on. So your frequency and your vibration plays what's in your mind, what's in your thoughts, how your actions are. And when I was younger, I'm just going to give you a perfect example. I was a person who was super disrespectful. I grew up in a very toxic household, and there was a lot of experiences that I had that allow me not to respect people, and I felt like everybody that I met had to earn my respect. I wasn't going to give respect to anybody if they didn't earn it. And I'll go to school and I would respect my teachers, and I would have friends and I won't respect them either. Parents at the time, I didn't respect them either, and this is who I was for many years. So now I'm much older and I'm like ready for boyfriends, and I would be with the worst version of a boyfriend, and they would be disrespectful, they would be cheating, they'll be looking for other girls, and I'll go through these experiences that I just didn't want to endure. And I didn't learn any lessons. I just was crying, and I would be like, why am I going through this? Why this person is treating me that way? But once you understand the REM, you understand the emotions of yourself, you understand who you are, you will start realizing your experience has a lot to do with how you show up in the world, right? You ever seen someone who want to be a gangbanger and he's like so gangster, and then all of a sudden he's in jail, or he gets crippled, or he end up passing? Because that's your experience. That's the energy, that's the vibration. Like, your experience of what you have right now is based on how you're living. The lifestyle you live is what you will achieve. All right? And if you're a person who don't love yourself, you will experience the worst version of what the REM has to offer, because you don't love yourself. So the whole thing about understanding the REM is really just putting that energy back into you. Like, you have to put the energy into you. Like, you can't go through life thinking that you need to fix other people. You have to fix you. You have to really pay attention to you and think about, how am I showing up in the world, right? And this lasted with me so long, like the whole like not respecting people. I would meet bosses, I would go to jobs, and I would meet a bunch of bosses that will not respect me, co-workers that will not respect me, and I'll be in a lot of chaos. You got to understand, the way you show up in this world will give you the most chaotic experience based on you are not a peaceful person, right? So I had to work on myself. I had to change that. I had to change that experience about myself. And once I changed that, my jobs, I was at more peace. My relationship, I was at more peace. I had to cut a lot of people out of my life that was the version of my old self. I attracted a certain version of people to me, and I had to let them go, because that's not who I was. And so you have to always understand that who you are is who you're going to get. And if you think low about yourself, is the experience that you're going to deal with being, you're going to get all the experience as if you were low. The biggest thing that you have to do is learn how to treat yourself. Learn how to love yourself. Learn how to respect yourself, right? So once you ever see somebody in a toxic relationship and they're being ill-treated, and the people on the outside is like, they have no emotional connection to this person. So this people are like, what the hell? Like, I can't even believe she's or he is allowing this person to treat them like that. That falls back into, how do you love yourself, right? Do you respect yourself? Is it integrity? Do you have morality? Do you have dignity? Do you have pride? Because this is what it falls down into. If you are really here on a spiritual journey, you have to be able to understand your spiritual journey is not only on the spiritual side, but it's also on the physical side of the realm, because you're living in a physical reality. So how you see yourself, how you treat yourself, how you think about yourself plays a major role with the experiences that you have. And it plays a major role to manifest certain experiences, right? So if you don't believe that you're worthy to have money, worthy to have a success, worthy to have a happy marriage, worthy to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, worthy to have a family, you're going to experience the worst version of your reality.